Good morning, everyone. It is Rachel again, and I'm here with another quick testimony. Actually, I'm here with a short little testimony. It happened to me a little while ago. I just haven't recorded it, but today I had the chance to, so I decided, like, okay, it's in the morning, we're out in nature, we might as well record this testimony. It's a testimony that happened to me recently, just not, I think, about a week ago. So what happened was God had blessed me with a new job. I had been praying for a job firstly, and that was my first testimony. God blessed me with a job. I had been looking for a job for a while, like I think almost 6 months waiting for a job, and God finally blessed me with one, and I was so happy. It was exactly what I wanted to do. It was in a location I really wanted, and I was so excited about it, and I took the job. And that was my first testimony. And the main part is I ran into a conundrum at my job. I am a Seventh-day Adventist, more or less. And so this job required me to come in to work on Saturdays, compulsorily. That was the terms and conditions I was told. And that first week, I didn't know before signing the contract. I signed the contract, and when we were being oriented, that's when we were told we have to work on Saturdays as well. So I was a bit conflicted because I believe God blessed me with this job, and I'm like, well, God blessed me with this job. Why would He bless me with something that requires me to compromise my beliefs and my faith in Him? Like, why would I come to this job? So I was so confused that week, and I prayed to God, asking Him these same questions, like, why is this happening? Why is this place requiring me to come in on Saturdays when I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and that's how we relate with God. I'm a Sabbath keeper, so it was a bit of a conflict of interest where I love this job, I want to keep this job, but I love the Lord more, and I want to follow God. And it felt a bit like I had to choose between the blessing and God, and I didn't want to choose at all. So what happened was I prayed to God, telling Him giving Him my petition, like, Lord, look at what's happening here. They want me to work on Saturday. You blessed me with this job. What are we going to do? And He revealed to me that I need to let them know by Wednesday, because that was I had started the job on Monday. He said by Wednesday I should let them know that I'm Seventh-day Adventist, or I received the revelation was on Tuesday. So Wednesday I was procrastinating all day. I was telling my friends about it. I mean, my colleagues, like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm Seventh-day Adventist, and they're just like, oh, just give up, just come to work. And they're just discouraging me, like, oh, it won't be okay. Like, those guys are so strict, they're not gonna compromise. It's compulsory. Everybody has to come. So I still decided to go in because God told me to go in. So I decided to go tell them. I said, hey, I really love this job, but I am Seventh-day Adventist, and I don't know. I could make up for the hours on Saturday. I just don't know how I'm going to be able to come to work when I have to worship on Saturday. And they said, okay, noted. We'll give you feedback. We'll give you a way forward. So I was waiting. I waited. That Wednesday they didn't tell me. Thursday they didn't tell me. Friday I went back in again, and I reminded them, hey, and this is after multiple discouragements from my colleagues. Again, everyone was trying to discourage me, and they said, no, we'll give you feedback again. And I didn't receive an answer that Friday. So Saturday I was in a conundrum to go to work, go to church, and I was really conflicted because I didn't want to lose my job, but I love God more, and I believed because God blessed me with this, I should honor the person who blessed rather than the blessing. So I decided to honor the blesser and not the blessing, and I decided to go to church. And I had a lot to think about that weekend, but I was happy that I went to church. It gave me peace, and I really needed church that week because I felt so drained. Work was so involving that week, and I needed to reconnect with God. I really felt like I needed to get refueled with God. I did a reconnection with Him. So I went to church, and it felt so good. It felt so good to go to church, and the sermon was so powerful. Anyway, that's besides the point. On that Saturday, actually, my friend called saying, hey, I can't see you at work. Are you coming to work? And I said, no, I'm going to church. And they're like, oh, did you communicate? I said, yeah, I did tell management, and they told me they'll advise, and they haven't given me feedback yet. So I came to church, and that's how that situation played out. So the next week, my friend, now not my friend, my colleague keeps coming in insisting, hey, you should tell the supervisor if the people in upper management are not giving you feedback. Sorry, I had to change location. Are not giving you feedback, then tell the supervisor so that they can let you know, because it's not fair if we're gonna come on Saturday. Everyone has to come on Saturday. It's just the rules and stuff like that. And they were just not seeing it from my perspective, because no one's forcing you to come in on a Sunday. You worship on Sunday. I worship on a Saturday. It's my day of reverence, and it's just not fair that I have to compromise my beliefs. All I know is I was just following instructions, and that's what God told me to do. So after my friend complained, I kept thinking about it, and I kept wondering, like, what am I supposed to do? What am I going to do, God? And I kept praying about it, and this is where the miracle happens. So the miracle happened that Friday. What happened is the management suddenly decided to offer everyone 2 Saturdays off and 2 Saturdays on. So I was quite happy with the news, because finally I get my Saturdays off. Not all of them, but at least I get 2 of them off, and I was so grateful for that decision, and it just gave me I was so grateful to God. I prayed and I thanked Him so much, because I was having such a hard time, and it just gave me the revelation to say sometimes God will put you in an awkward position that's uncomfortable for you, but He knows why He's put you in that position. It's because maybe that area does not have the salt. He needs someone to bring the salt there, and sometimes your obedience is tied into the deliverance of many, because from one person's obedience, everybody benefited. In my specific situation, it's kind of like in Esther, how one person's obedience benefited all the Jews. You know what I mean? So sometimes, just because things are not looking like how you expect them to, does not mean that God does not want you there. Sometimes God's putting you in that position because He's trying to teach you to be courageous, and He's trying to teach you to see that, hey, stay obedient to me no matter what, and I got you. God always got you. Just stay obedient to the instructions you're being given. And and no, in no way am I saying that anyone who's not SDA is not a child of God. No, don't come at me. I feel like children of God are found in every single denomination, and we just sometimes have differing beliefs, but core principle is we profess Jesus to be Lord and our Savior, and core principle is we love God, and we're children of God, and we follow His commandments. And anyway, so I just wanted to give you guys that testimony to stay obedient to God and watch the miracles happen. Bye.